I'm from Detroit. Like, if you run up on me, like, it's what it is.
For the city, oh, you see me rapping, nigga. Finally famous,
Bitch,
nigga.
I'm coming off that west side with niggas on that fresh shit. But catch me on the east side with some bitches you can't mess with. I'm a Detroit player, stacking my paper. Stack it so high, I need a fucking elevator. I'm a deep boy, I'm a deep boy.
Yeah, what up, Big Shine, what up, yo?
I'm a deep
Finally
boy.
famous, Detroit
I'm a
shit.
deep boy.
Dope boy, cash out. Yeah.
boy.
Free my nigga ride, come on. I'm a D nigga, keep it G nigga, I'm getting it. Can't you see nigga, these white diamonds like a key nigga, but this yellow ice like P nigga. 2 chains, I'm on 3.
How was that? How was quarantine with the knee like that? Was that ass?
It's a bitch. It still is. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
it's still like an adjustment period. You know, like I feel like we all kind of going through it to where like you're away from people and kind of get trapped in your own head. And even for me, like I'm an athlete, so when I'm not able to move around and I can't really do the things that I want to do, and I just can't get up and walk across the room, it's definitely it's ass. I mean, it's an adjustment period, but. I don't know. I feel like it's all gonna come out for the better. You know what I mean?
Sure. You stay with your brother up down there? I guess over there.
No, it was just me for a while, and when I had the surgery, my sister came out and stayed with me. My brother, he got his own little family. He stayed across town, so it's not hard to if I need him, he'll just shoot right over, But for the most part, it's just me, just solo dolo, just doing what I gotta do. Maybe a chick or two here and there,
That's funny as hell. So like, did the nurses still come out and stuff like that? Like when, because you fought right after it was like fresh. It was like all scary and shit like that. Everyone was like just making it sound. I mean, it is obviously people are dying, but like it sounded way scarier beforehand. Were they sending nurses?
Yeah. We were the first. I was the first fight during this quarantine thing.
Yeah.
Where they changed it up the week of the fight, saying that we're gonna fight in front of nobody. So, back then it was a lot scarier. Back then it was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So it's just been a big ass adjustment period, I feel like. And it's something that fight even showed me that I kind of got to address. So I'm actually I'm not going to say I'm happy for the injury, but I'm just not upset about the injury because that fight showed me that I needed to address some things within myself. Like I needed that time to be away from everybody else in order to learn a little bit of stuff, and I feel like I'm getting that time now.
Yeah, because I heard you did an interview with the Schmo. You talking about Firas wanted you to work on your Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah.
Black belt.
Yeah. Get my black belt. That was one of the main things that he said after that fight. But especially with this now, like that's gonna be the last thing I'm able to do. I'm gonna have to start back boxing first, and then maybe slowly getting into kickboxing. And then jiu-jitsu where they especially these days, like the leg lock game is so important. Like, they're twisting up my knee and stuff. It might be like a year before I'm even able to do jiu-jitsu. But me and him have had some conversations since having the surgery. And like I said, I feel like I'm come out of it better. Sometimes doing jiu-jitsu, like if I take a couple of days off and I come back, I end up being stronger, even though I wasn't practicing, I wasn't training. I just train my mind, and jiu-jitsu is such a chess game that I'm still learning. I'm still watching other guys do it to when I come back and my body's healthy, like I feel like I'm still gonna be at black belt level.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of Firas, are you making any trips out to Montreal at all, or no? Just study rehabbing. Well, I guess it's quarantine.
Yeah,
You can't.
Yeah, the quarantine, they're not letting us. So it kind of messed everything up. All my stuff is still up in Canada. I was setting up another home there, damn near. So all my stuff is still up there. I don't know. That's something we gonna have to figure out. They wasn't letting the borders open, and plus, having the surgery, I can't really travel like that. Being on the airplane is one of the worst things for your legs. So it's gonna be a minute before I head out there. But we talk here and there, and I still I keep them up to date on what's going on.
For sure. And my bad, bro. I've been kind of like nervous just hopping into this because I had questions I wanted to ask, and like throwing me off, man. I usually don't even schedule questions, man. I kind of just go. And this
That's
time,
cool.
I mean, it's a dope ass opportunity, bro, to have you. It's because you're from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Our show's from Detroit. I don't know if Markel told you that. But like,
yeah, and I seen the hill, the Grand Hill,
oh yeah,
all done. I'm like, oh yeah,
sir,
definitely
yep,
Detroit,
yep.
definitely Detroit for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to squeeze Rodman in there, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Oh man, that's the one you got to get.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You got to get
All right.
Dennis Rodman.
All right.
Come on.
All right. I help.
You seen the
I did see the
documentary.
doc.
You seen
Yeah.
the documentary. Rodman was the man. So come on,
All right.
let's get the
Help me out
Rodman
real
up
quick.
there.
Then who are we eliminating for Rodman?
Shit.
Well, this what you won't know that he plays for the Vikings. He don't count. We could take
You
him.
know what? I don't even know who that is. Yeah.
You get you don't got to know him. But I got Iverson here.
I don't know who Taz is either.
Taz. What?
Yeah. Who's Taz?
You're not in Space Jam.
Am I fucking up? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Was it the black dude with the high top?
He's got to come down. He's got to come down. If you don't know who he is, probably other people don't know who he is either.
Yeah. Vince Carter got to stay.
Carter.
I mean, of course, we got to have Kobe Bryant.
Man,
that's always got to be there. Yeah, great deal, of course. Yeah, Taz got to go.
R.I.P. Taz. Hey, so I mean, we know you're from the city. You know, you got a nickname. You got it literally on your back. I haven't really heard your story in Michigan, how you started out with MMA and stuff like that. Where, I guess, you know, what parts from or and where'd you get started at with all that stuff?
You know, I'm born and raised on the West Side, so we kind of lived all over. The last place we stayed was Joy and Evergreen. But I say I mainly grew up off of 7 and Outer Drive. And pretty much all over 7 Mile, 7 in Evergreen, 7 in Greenfield. You know how we do. We're gonna move around. We bounce around a lot. And I went to Southfield High. So they wanted me to go to Henry Ford, you know, because they got the whole like, okay, if you gotta live there, that's where you're gonna, you know, they kind of assign you. But my mom, she kind of looked out. She made the trip, and we always caught plenty of buses so that she made sure I go to the right school and go to a good one. So I went to Southfield. And then it was like, you know, it was a lot better than what I'm hearing these days.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And you know, MMA was just one of those things. Like I just saw it on TV. You know, I just saw it and I actually turned my dad onto it. You know, like I used to watch a lot of Anderson Silva and stuff, and I had to show him like, bro, like look at what this dude's doing. And before my dad was like, you know, he's like this kind of typical, like, what the fuck, this is just crazy. Like these dudes is in a cage just beating the fuck out of each other. Like, this is stupid. Like, what are you talking about? You know, I was always a good kid. You know, I did good in school and shit. So he's like, bro, you're about to go to school and you know, what are you doing? What are you even talking about? So they never would sign me up for nothing. I ended up having to go out for the wrestling team because I was, you know, I was already in high school. Made more sense. Yeah. And then, you know, it's just, I guess the rest is just history. I just took my first fight at 18 over in Hazel Park and off of 9 Mile and what was that, 9 and like, I forget exactly what it was, but and I actually had my pops in my corner for my first fight. You know, it was just me and him. He didn't know shit. I didn't really know shit about it. I showed up, no mouthpiece, no cup. I tried to get in the cage. It was like, bro, you got to go get a mouthpiece. So pops ran to the Walmart down the street, grabbed me a mouthpiece, and then I fought. And he said once he seen me like actually step into the cage, he was like, and he still tell you to this day, he just say like, I just switched something in me switched, you know. I went from being like that kind of quiet, kind of laid back kid to like, you know, I actually feel like that was me that came out, you know.
Motown Phenom came out.
Yeah, exactly. And it was the first time he had kind of seen that. And then after that, he was like, okay, yeah, you can make a serious run at it.
And it was, so you came into MMA straight from just wrestling?
Yeah, straight from wrestling. So when I took my first fight, I didn't know shit. I didn't know, you know, I mean, I watched it on TV a lot. Yeah. And it was always one of those things like, oh, I think I could do that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just did what I thought I should do and what I seen on TV. Threw some jabs, took them down, got on top, and just start throwing balls.
So what gym? So you obviously transitioned to an MMA gym from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Was it one in Detroit or?
No, it was over in Hazel Park too. Guy's name is Isaiah Gaddis. The gym was named Pseudotai was the name of the first gym. And he was the promoter of the event that I ended up fighting for. So when he saw me fight, and you know, he was asking after the fight, he was asking a bunch of questions. You know, where do you go? And I'm like, bro, I don't even do this shit. And he was like, oh, you coming to my gym on Monday? He signed me up, and then you know, I trained with him for that summer, I went to Grand Valley State. So I was starting, that first fight was in June. I was starting school in August. So once I moved up to Grand Valley and I really started training with Triumph Gym over there, that's when I really started taking it serious.
And when you made that move to Vegas, was there also a difference in training? I guess from hometown, from Michigan to Vegas, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. That move was a little, that move took that took a lot of thought process. It was after my first fight in the UFC, after I fought Ally Quinta. And during the fight, I just knew like I wasn't doing everything that I needed to do to be at this level. So when I got back home and I was in Grand Rapids at the time, I was thinking about moving back to Detroit, and a part of me was just like, what am I going back for? I'm not going back to kind of, to bring nothing to the city. So I talked with my coaches and stuff, and they're like, yeah, you got to go out west. So I just got in the car and started driving, and I ended up in Vegas. And even now I'm saying the next time that I do come back to the city is going to be to really give back to the city, I want to go back and start building homes. That's one of the main things that I'm working on right now. I got a lot of family still back in the city that's helping me like get that off the ground and start building homes, start, going back and just giving back a little bit instead of just going back just to, just to be there, just to hang and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do you first before you even do that. So I don't think nobody should be tripping. You know what I'm saying? You got to go still do other shit. But that's dope of your coaches, to be honest with you, and allow you to do that. They not holding you back by just kind of being selfish and wanting you there. That's super dope.
Yeah, those are always the people that I try and have around me, the people that really got my best interest at heart. Not just like, oh, what can they get off me and what can they do for me? It's like at a certain point, and my coach, this is Sean Desai I'm talking about, who's over in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
He told me, even when we first started training, he was like, I can only take you so far. And he used to live in Vegas himself. So he was like, I can only take you so far, and then I got to pass you on to somebody who can take you a little bit farther. And that's what ended up happening. He told me maybe like 3 or 4 years before I even made the move. So I knew he was, and when he said that, I knew he was the right guy. It wasn't just like, let's do this. Let's go as far as we can. Let's make as much money as we can. Let's do what we can do. It was more like, I want you to succeed. You know what I mean? I want you to do good so that everybody can do good. So I knew he was the right guy for that. And that's all the guys that I try and have with me. Yeah. Firas is the same way right now. Like Firas ain't tripping that I'm not up in Canada right now. He know I'm going through this. And I'm in the PI. I'm working every day. And he know I'm in the right spot.
For sure. That's even, I just put myself in your shoes in that situation. That's a scary decision to make too. Because you said you're going to school to be a doctor or some shit like that before?
Yeah, but not really, to be honest with you. I just went to school.
You were young. You don't know what you're doing yet.
Yeah, I had no idea. I just knew, like, everybody told me, like, go to school. That's what you need to do. And that was kind of like my way of getting out from the streets and getting away from the shit that I knew I ain't had no business going to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then did he pass you right on to Extreme Couture, or that's just gym you went to? Like, did Sean tell you to go there, or what?
No, that's just what's that?
There's a lot of Michigan guys at Extreme, right? Like Cody Stamen. And,
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of us now. Cody Stamen, Justin James over there. It's a couple of us from Michigan nowadays. But no, he didn't really. He just told me to go out to Vegas. And he told me to meet Dewey Cooper because he used to train with Dewey way back in the day.
Black Cobra.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So him and Dewey were teammates back in the day. So I came out, and as soon as I met Dewey, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be here in Vegas. And then I got hooked up with Extreme and all that.
Yeah, Dewey's such an OG, man. He came on the show like earlier in the year, and like he's just such an OG. It was dope, just kicking in. He's just real as fuck too. It's funny as hell. This shit. There's no filter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And he's genuine as fuck. He is like one of the most genuine dudes that I met. And like I said, as soon as I met him, that's when I knew, like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to be. Like, you don't meet people like that every day, you know?
Yeah.
It's like once in a lifetime. Yeah,
and the experience is crazy too. Like, you got to think about that point. He was doing that shit as long as you and I like been alive.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, he was training with my other coach, and he was above him. So it kind of like, I can't. He already was a world champion, and
Yeah.
you know, when I surround myself by guys who already been there, done that, then I know I can be there one day. You know, so when he tell me he can see me being a world champion, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we can really do it.
And speaking of Dewey too, you guys got to help him with his Instagram. I try to talk him through getting his shit verified. I send him videos and shit and screenshots and shit. I'm like, bro, can't Keith or like I'm like, have one of these dudes help you.
Yeah. I don't even think he wants to be honest with you. I think he like it kind of low key, and you know, he show off his daughter a lot, and you know, he's a real family man these days. So
that's true.
You know, I don't even know if he wants to necessarily. I think he like the low key. You know,
I got you.
I think he kind of like that.
I got you.
Yeah, he's good people.
So from there to Montreal with TriStar, I mean, obviously you made the move. You started popping. You're killing shit. You literally had a fight for a title, fucking, which is dope, man. That shit. I don't care what happened. You were winning that bitch. You're on top of them at the end of the round. Like, that was super exciting, bro. I was happy for you and for the city for real, because we don't really have no one in MMA yet. But I mean, you were brash. You were the shit, bro. Like, but moving to TriStar, they're a lot more chill and like. I mean, obviously, how Firas is like very like philosophical. I'm sorry, that's the word I'm trying to say. Did that change you at all? Like change your mind state or how you approach things, training with those guys over there?
You know what? I don't say it was that though. I think it just was bound to happen.
Yeah.
You see, I was young when I got my first title shot, and to be honest with you, I was a little too young, and I even kind of knew it back then. I just like tried to boss up and just like, all right, I'm about to just do this shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I honestly was a little too young. I still had a lot of growing to do. I still had a lot of maturing to do. And that was going to happen regardless if I moved to TriStar and met them or if I moved wherever. You know, I kind of I'm always been the type of person where I'm going to move to my own beat, you know? I'm going to listen to the voice in me, and it did tell me to like fucking chill out a little bit. And even now, it's still telling me, like, chill the fuck out a little bit. Like, that's what I'm trying to use this quarantine and shit for, is to learn to chill out and not be so, like you said, I'm brash. I'm a little too brash sometimes. And that shit, it's come back to bite me, though, a little bit. So, you know, it'd be stupid for me to continue the same ways and expect a different result. So I had to change in order to improve and to get better and to really be a world champion. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be a world champion and I'm going to be one of the best fighters that anybody's seen. Like, one of the biggest, for sure.
You are right now.
So, I ain't yet. I'm not yet. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. You know, I'm going to be there for sure. So, you know, as long as I just stay on the path, and sometimes it do take that philosophical approach. It do take that, like, methodical approach and not just trying to bang my head against the wall. So I feel like it was a necessary change.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I seen I guess the difference in like when you renounced the injury. You know, you were a lot. You weren't. I mean, for you to even come out and do it, most people wouldn't do it. They announce on Twitter because they're all upset. You made a video and you were calm, and you just got your mind on the right things. It's dope.
Yeah. You know, I'm just trying to improve. You know, and I'm trying to learn from other people who have already been in my same shoes, and not even just in fighting. I mean, in life in general. You know, I think a man has to mature at a certain point and just kind of sit back and go within a little bit. So, you know, I'm trying to learn all around the board.
Yeah. I was talking to like one of my boys, and he said like that, like our age or like in that time, like 25 to 27, that's like when people like go crazy because they hit with the realities of life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You know, my birthday is in 2 weeks, and I'll turn 28. So 27 was a motherfucker. 27 was a weird year. You know, it started off real good, you know, from September to December. I had one of the biggest highlights of my career, probably one of the best moments to like 2020, where I lost a dumbass fight, and then, you know, back-to-back injuries and dealing with this quarantine. So I feel like 28 is going to be the year, you know. It's going to come back up, you know.
No, for sure. I mean, for sure, keep that mentality too. One of the dumbass questions I wrote down that threw me off guard earlier, I wanted to ask, Firas, you getting the black belt. When you guys do that up there, well, when they were, do they train gi? Because you guys are doing obviously MMA professionally, but do you train gi to rank up your level or a belt?
No, he does all no gi. So
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much strictly no gi. I've been over a couple times and trained with Donahue and those guys over in New York, and they some fucking killers. They some mad scientists.
Yeah.
And Firas studies under John Donahue, and that's the philosophy, is the no gi. You know, the gi, I think it's a little played out these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good it's good for a normal person. You know what I mean? Who just wants to do jiu-jitsu, just learn the technique and learn the chess match of it. But if you're trying to fight, if you're trying to do this as a profession, I think no gi is the way to go. And I don't know if he's gonna do like a belt system through no gi or however he's gonna do. It's just regardless, like, you know, it's for me to be at a black belt level. Like, I've tapped out some black belts. I've fought plenty of black belts in competition and beat them. But I could still use some. I can use some black belt learning on my own. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. The fan of me just got excited thinking about you pulling off some more subs, because obviously, you know, you guys down when you want to.
Yeah.
Black belt.
Yeah,
it's a scary motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, I'm subbing dimes in a blue belt. So, you know, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that shit. It's gonna take a lot of hard work to get there.
For sure.
But the thing is, you know, I'm still young. I still got a lot of time left. And you know, I'm doing shit at my age that half these dudes wasn't doing in their 30s. So I ain't tripping.
Yeah, for sure. I like right when that shit. I ain't gonna talk about that. But fucking, I messaged you. I know you don't check your shit, but I was like, keep your head up, because like fucking, when I realized we're the same age and like everything you've done, I'm like, bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's insane. Like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. And just for everybody, you know, because other people listening too, anybody who's messaged me and all that, shit don't go unnoticed, you know. I don't read it. Like, I'm not watching. I don't read it. But best believe, like, I feel the energy. You know what I mean? Like, I can still feel the energy. It's still in the air. It's still out there. I don't read it. I don't pay attention to it just because I don't know. It's just ain't my time for that yet. It's gonna be my time. It's a lot.
I'm sure it's a lot. Yeah.
It's a fucking lot to deal with. But at the same time, like I said, the energy don't go unnoticed for sure. So I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
So speak a little bit about grappling too. I noticed the Schmo called out certain ESPN analysts, Ariel Helwani, in a grappling match. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know that. For real, he did?
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was probably a couple months ago, but Ariel didn't respond. But I know you rolled around with the Schmo a little bit, and I'm trying to get my name out there a little bit. I might step in for Ariel. You know what I'm saying? How is the Schmo? How's the Schmo's ground game? What am I working with?
How much you weigh? You about what, 210?
I'm a big boy. I'm 230 right now. I got cut down.
230?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got me. Go ahead, do it, bro. Go ahead, do it. I mean, I fuck with the Schmo, though. I do want to say that.
No, the Schmo's dope. The Schmo's dope.
But, you know, this is competition at the end of the day. And if you're going to throw his name in the hat, hey, it's competition. That's what we live for. So, yeah, go ahead, make it run, bro.
If this comes across your phone screen, Schmo, come holler at me. Your boy Easy at the Speak Easy Podcast. Open weight, catch weight.
That part. Come see Detroit. Come see what we got.
Yes, sir.
I talked to him myself. If you want me to, I got his number.
Hey, yeah, bro. Yeah,
I'll send him this. Okay, I'll send him this part of the interview for sure.
All right, bet. That'll be crazy. I'm gonna clip it up. I'll send it to you, or you can just send it whenever.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. I'll shoot it to him. Let's make that happen.
Yes, sir. And then some Detroit questions I got for you. Obviously, downtown we got American Coney Island, we got Lafayette Island. Can Kevin Lee solve this issue for us? Which one's better? What's the one to go to? Dana White's coming to Detroit. Which one are you sending them to?
The one on 6 Mile and Schaefer. 6 Mile and Schaefer.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about. Okay, yeah, I know we got. I know we got American. I know all this.
Yeah.
6 Mile and Schaefer is where it's at. If not that one, then you got to go off of. I mean, I guess American. is a little better. If you're gonna make me choose, if you're gonna put a gun in my hand and make me choose, you know, I say American. But 6 Mile and Schaefer, they got that little burger where it's got corned beef. It's got all types of shit on it. Yeah, that's what I'm sending them for sure. I'm sending Dana White to the hood. I ain't sending him.
I'm about to say, are you sending him with security, or like is he good to go? Like,
no, me and him. Like, you don't need no security. You just gotta know how to move. You know, like, I'm there all the time. Just me, solo, dolo. No security. You don't need that. Like, I mean, I know some folks they'll watch out for us. You know, they'll watch out. They ain't gonna be right up on us, but they gonna be looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Dana. I'll talk to Dana. If he want to make that trip, I'll send him to the right spot.
You know, like you want me to come all the way to Detroit for a fucking Coney dog burger?
Bro, but people don't understand. That shit's serious.
All
That
right,
shit's
$6
serious.
safer. I'm about to try it.
Yes, that shit's serious.
All right. So Detroit, obviously we got Eminem out of Detroit. We got T Grizzlies, a whole new generation of rappers and shit like that. Who's what Detroit artist at the top of your playlist? Who represents Detroit right now? Who you picking for that one?
Right now, the hottest for sure is Sada Baby. For sure. I'll be bumping that shit. Like I'm in the PR right now, and I be bumping this shit. And they be looking like some people be looking, but there's some niggas like start bombing to it.
Yeah.
Sada Baby the shit for sure.
He's so
yeah, he funny as shit. You know, dancing and shit. You know, he get me hyped, especially for the workouts. Yeah. See me dancing these $1,000 jeans. But lyrically, I actually give it to Cash Kid probably.
Okay.
Lyrically, I give it to Cash Kid. But as far as like artist and they overall sound, it's Sada Baby. He's gonna be the biggest for sure.
Yeah. Sada Baby's hot right now for sure.
Yeah. You listen to much Cash Kid? I mean, I'm just trying to put you on. If you don't know,
I fuck with Cash Kid. So my boy Damien put me on him, but it was just he don't drop that like songs that often though. When I was like listening to him, like he'll drop a banger, but then it'll be a minute before he drops another one. Because when I listen to, he's like, "In the Cash Kid, and I'll stunt," or whatever the fuck he said. That's the one I first listened to, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. But he just dropped a little take not too long ago. You know, right. I mean, I guess I'm giving out free promo.
Yeah.
This nigga gonna have to hit me up. He gonna have to, I gotta get paid for it, but for sure, like check him. The shit go hard. It do take a minute, but his shit be going hard. He be talking some shit.
No, he definitely goes hard. Does Kevin Lee got bars? Did you ever used to spit?
One day. We gonna talk.
Okay.
Nah, I don't do that though. I fight, bro. I fight.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So I stay. I do what I do.
No, I do. I mean, I love T Wood. I love T Wood, but none of the yeah.
No, bro. Come on. Nah, you can't. You gotta. I got a title to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put Detroit on the map as far as like combat sports wise. We ain't had nobody since the hitman like Thomas Hearns. So I'm trying to put us on up there, and then I let Sada Baby take over for that. And let T Wood and all that, let him do what he doing, I guess. Yeah. But that ain't the move. Bro.
Yeah, I had to ask. You Michigan or Michigan State guy?
Michigan State probably. But to be honest, I don't really watch football, so
okay.
That shit don't matter to me to be honest. I'm just Michigan over Ohio. Fuck Ohio.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck Ohio and everybody from there.
I had all like the Michigan celebrities had, so that's the same answer they gave me. I had Kendra Leston, the porn star. She came on. That was her answer too.
She said fuck Ohio.
Yeah, she said same way.
That's what's up. That beef is real. You just gave me a little in too. You said Kendra Lust.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I try to put a little clip together too. So I wanted to ask everybody: this is Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Who you got? What do you think about them guys coming back at 50?
Yeah, I mean, look, I give them that's fucking credit to me. I know some people hating and they talking their little shit. They both old, blah blah blah. But look, if Mike Tyson come back at 53 and win and beat Roy Jones Jr., I mean, this man he gonna be the greatest of all time for sure. Like I don't know, I think he surpassed Ali in that sense. You know what I mean? Because he's still doing this shit. And when Ali got that age, he couldn't. I mean, I never disrespect Ali, but I'm just saying, like, like when you compare the two, this is gonna put him above Michael Jordan status. It's gonna put him above, like, I think he'll be the biggest. I think he'll be one of the biggest. Fuck combat sports, the biggest sports star of all times. I mean, you're talking about winning a title at 53. Who else do that? So I want to see it. I want to see it for sure. I'm pulling for Mike.
Yeah. I think they keep saying it's just like exhibition match, so like they're not supposed to be knockouts, but like, come on, bro, it's Mike Tyson, bro. Like,
It's Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. You think they about to get in there and spar?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. You think Mike Tyson about to spar somebody? Mike Tyson sparring ain't even an exhibition.
Yeah.
Like what? That's crazy. No, I'm watching that shit.
I'm definitely watching too because I feel like my whole life I missed out on him because I was too young. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I never really got to watch him in his heyday and like watch like the fucking amazement of him knocking dudes cold.
Yeah, that part. Yep. So I'm on board with it. I'm here for it. I'm buying the pay-per-view for sure.
So you taking Mike in the fight?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, he just don't hit too hard, you know. I mean, Roy might give him a little run for his money, but he don't hit way too hard. Yeah.
And then so another fight that's on the card. So you watch basketball or no? Just kind of just fighting.
Yeah, I watch. Yeah. I'm trying to get back into the NBA this season. You know what I mean?
It's oh my bad. Nate Robinson's fighting on that card. He's fighting Jake Paul.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I ain't got no dog in that, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess I got to go with Nate Robinson just because he's an athlete. Yeah. But I've been around too many basketball players, and I trained with too many basketball players, and them niggas can't fight. So it don't look good for them. They really, you know, they just. I mean, Nate might be different because he's smaller. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. And most basketball players be like 6 foot above and shit, like 6'5" and above, and they be moving clanky until they get on the court. But he might be different. I don't know. I mean, I'm here for it. I want to see it.
Hell yeah.
You know, I do. It is a certain point where I feel like you got to be in your own lane and you got to do what you do, but you shouldn't be stuck in a box. You know. So if he can fight and if he can, if he do got skills there, like I want to see it. I want to see what's. You know, I'm not gonna hold him in a box like that and just say, oh, he's just a basketball player trying to fight. If he can fight, then he's a fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, trying to get him on the show too. So in that fight though, because Jake Paul has 2 fights prior, I think he has like TKOs. I don't know if they're amateur or not, but does Nate being an athlete, does that make up for that skill gap? I guess for their experience, I should say, with Jake Paul.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's still at the end of the day, it's competition. And even though basketball ain't man to man, you know, it's that's where it differs. You know, you got teammates, you got other things going on. You still when a guy's defending you, you got to look him in his eyes, and you got to, you know, it's like the best man gonna win. So he's done that with thousands of people, and Jake Paul has done it twice. You said so. You know that competition. I think the experience gonna go towards Nate Robinson. I mean, he don't do man to man, so it might be a little different, but you know he's still competing.
Yeah. Who was your favorite fighter that you model your game after?
I steal from a lot of people. I steal from everybody. So if I see you doing something that look like it's gonna work, I'm gonna steal it and then make it my own. But I don't necessarily say I've modeled myself after nobody. I just steal shit. Mm-hmm. So I stole from a lot of people. I stole a lot from George, St. Pierre. I stole from a lot from BJ Penn. Stole a lot from him. And I stole some things from Anderson. I steal shit from people. Even these days, like I steal shit from Israel, Adesanya. I just ain't put it in use yet. But, you know, I steal from everybody.
Yeah, some shit. Yeah, I didn't expect you to knock out my man with a head kick. If anything, I thought it was going to be a punch. Gregor Gillespie.
Yeah. I mean, bro, it's so many things that I do in training that I never get to show during the fight. You know, that's the thing with fighting. We only get 15 minutes to show what we've been working on for years. So it's so many things I still got in my pocket that I just can't wait to showcase. Like I said, the good thing is I'm still young. I'm only 27. You know, I still got a lot of years left. Like half these dudes, like people compare me to Conor and all this shit all the time. But at 27, Conor wasn't doing this shit. He was, you know, barely in the UFC. He had like 1 or 2 fights. So, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be in a different league in them in a couple of years.
That's what's up. Yeah, I never actually like asked anybody that question too, but that's a good point. Just piecing everything together. That's kind of how like everyone does their shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, that's at least how I do it. I don't know.
No, I was just thinking because like I just started striking and like my big ass throws Superman punches or like crazy kicks. So that's just what I see on TV. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything else.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it is. Sometimes it should be a little simpler than people make it out to be. You know what I mean? If you see the shit done, just do it. See if it works. And if it don't, oh well, scrap it. You know, I mean, wipe your hands, do it again, try again. Yeah.
Who is your favorite fighter?
Me.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Me. I mean, back in the day, I would say Aldo was up there. St. Pierre was up there. Yeah. Me. I ain't really got no other favorites these days.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's a rival these days. So
Yeah.
It kind of switched up on me. I'm no longer just a fan. I wish I was sometimes. But yeah.
You stick around at 155 when you come back?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm still slim right now, even though I can't really train like that.
Yeah.
You know, my legs and shit and got skinny too. So yeah, for sure, I'm gonna be at 55.
Yeah.
That's where I got to get this title.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking, I don't want to keep you all day, man. You got any words of encouragement for anybody else that was I guess in your position making the choices to pursue MMA or I guess anything crazy in life?
Yeah, it ain't even just MMA. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Like I consider myself to be an artist, and I just chose fighting as like the medium that I use. But whatever you use, all I say is just keep going. Keep going. That's what I tell my brothers all the time. Just like, bro, whatever it is that you're doing, just keep going. Like, yeah, you might fuck up. Yeah, you nigga might lose. Like, yeah, people gonna be talking shit. People gonna say you can't do it. But if you want to do it, just keep doing it. And eventually, before you know it, you're gonna look up and you're gonna look back and you'll be like, damn, I really did it. Like, I didn't think that I could even, you know. But if you want to, you just do it. As long as you're true to yourself, as long as you ain't doing something that like you feel like you should be doing or other people telling you that you should do. And if it's true to you, just keep doing it. And eventually, even if you can fail 1,000 times, you get that one. You know what I mean? You make that one with that one hit single or something. If you're trying to rap and shit, you make that one little single, boom, that's it.
Somewhere Ty Woodley's like, yes.
Hey, you got to get one though. Hey, you got to get the one though. You got to get the one. I don't know if you got that one.
He gonna need that Motown Phenom.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that too loud. You know, I'll text him after this. Send me this part of that too. I'm gonna send that to him.
All right, bet. See what I love you, bro. I'm just fucking around. You gonna get my ass beat, Kevin? Come on, man.
Nah, it's all good. He good.
I'm still on Schmo level.
He good people. For all of us.
For shit, man. You want me to let you get going?
Yeah, but you know.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
I've been in here sweating this whole time. How long we been on here? Like 30, 40 minutes? I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm sweating. But, you know, it's good for me. I'm healing up. And I'll be back next year. And we're going to get some work in for sure.
For sure, man. I appreciate you coming on. Next time, some big Detroit news or big news, Kevin Lee news, I'm going to holler at you. Hopefully get you on again. I appreciate you coming on, man. Most
definitely. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Appreciate that.
I'll see you, man. Everybody listen to Cash Kid. Go to Coney Island at 6 Mile in Shaner.
Schaefer.
Yeah, 6 Mile Schaefer. Yeah, I'm from Shaner. And yep. And then Kevin Loki has. No, I
mean, no. Ain't none of them. But yeah.
All right, man. I'll see you. Yeah, no problem. I'll hurry up. I'll chop this up. I'll send you the T Wood one and Schmo. Holla at the Schmo.
Right. And then get that Rodman jersey up there.
Bet.
You know, get that Rodman jersey. We got to do Rodman. Come on, Rodman.
I bet. I appreciate it, man.
Always.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Work, bitch. Fuck you good off a perk. Get activated or get hurt. On guard. If you ain't active, you get murked. Bitch, gotta work. Bitch. Bitch. I wanna see that ass. Wiggle. Make it squirt. Aight. Fuck you do, make it hurt. Fuck with niggas time about don't really activate. The ops ain't on shit cause we on everything. Pull up on me, get your pussy ass decapitated. We ain't worried about nobody or retaliation. Snatch a nigga hard out, good fatality. All I did was hit this bitch, now he mad at me. I should've took that nigga bricks, you can't trap with me. I should've took that nigga life, you can't be here. Lame nigga asking why, ho, cause we here. And we got all the bands, ain't no cheese here. Shoot a nigga through his teeth if he cheesing. Nigga thought the house was blood gang, got they bleeding. Shit, nigga, I break the K down for a dumb nigga. Or put that bitch back together for a fuck nigga. you know that shit stuck, bitch.
Fuck you good off a perk.
Off a perk
Get
thing.
activated or get hurt. Dumbass. If you ain't active, you get murked.
Get murked.
Go to work.
Talk, nigga, talk, big T. Talk, big T.
Make it squirt.
Yeah.
Fuck you do, we make it hurt.
Bitch, you gotta pop at least 2 Percocets just to show me you know how to have perfect sex. Gucci made me cry like Herb in the turtleneck. Bitch, I drop a dub on the dick, you ain't heard of that. Smart, bitch. Scuba Steve make it surf, bitch. Long dick till it hurt, bitch. Showing up, bust a nut, then I jerk, bitch. Yeah, get it? The video. This shit on the floor. I got RPs for best friends, she wanna go. I ain't tricking off no Rex just to let you know. So y'all bitches looking for a check and it's fuck you hoes. I sneak you bitches, be the snuck you hoes. Want some freaky bitches, now I don't trust you hoes. Want the freaky bitches, all I got is customs. Perks turn a bad bitch into a